Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys, and welcome back to another behind the sound video on the Audi TT S behind me. Obviously, you've seen in the previous episode of actually the product overview and talking through exactly what's actually going to be going into the car, but today's video we're talking a little bit more about soundproofing, but also showing you a little bit more about the process on how we're doing the install. So the driver's side front end is done. So what was going into there, if you haven't watched the previous video, make sure you go check that out by hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, but that is in the description below. But in essence, we've got the Bang & Olufsen system in from stock. What we're actually be doing is replacing all of that with a Hertz upgrade at the front. So inside the stock grille on top of the dashboard, what we're actually doing is replacing that with a Hertz Melee Pro tweeter. And then a lot of the work now is heading inside the actual door. So inside the door here, what we're doing is acoustically soundproofing it using Skinz soundproofing, which we'll talk through a bit later on in the video when we're at the door card. But as you can see here, all the areas, all done very neatly, are basically covered with the acoustic soundproofing. However, still allowing for factory plugs and connectors like this, like modules like this inside a door, because doors aren't just open, they are filled with all sorts of cabling, wires, other speakers inside the vehicle are all kind of built into the actual door card itself. So it's important for not only retaining manufacturer warranty and things like that, it's very important that whenever we're doing something like this, it's actually installed not only professionally behind the scenes, but also actually allows for the manufacturer to go in and do any work that they need to without having to remove our kit. So we cover most of the areas inside the door. So behind this speaker here, you've actually got another layer. So this is a 3-layer system. Basically, you've got the central layer here, which holds the speaker. Then we've got the other layer, which is on the other side of this. Once all this comes out, basically you've got that layer fully covered, and then you've got the back of the door card as well. Inside here, basically, I'm going to be talking you through this pocket. So this is the 3-inch mid-range from stock. This is the Bang & Olufsen system. As you can see, this is a clip and connector basically that sits into it. However, now what we've done, because we're not using that mid-range here, what we're actually doing is actually cloth taping all sort of key areas that could be prone to rattling. Obviously, now we're sending more power into the system, but also adding in better components. So we're not using the mid-range on the system. However, depending on spec, during the audio consultation, we will spec that or not spec that, depending on budget, depending on how we want the actual sound in the vehicle to appear. Inside here, you see this actual whole design here. This is actually the baffle from factory. However, what we've done is we've again taped the actual factory plug there so it's out of the way, and that'll be hidden away obviously. Then what we've got is the XT60 plug here. So this means that it's a fully removable panel and part from the install, and it's really quick release connector that obviously is really easy to not only use by a manufacturer in case they need to gain access to that other side, but it's just a really neat way of doing it, and that's obviously all taped all the way through to prevent resonation. So inside that, what we've actually done is use a little spacer ring, so not modified this panel at all, but also acoustically soundproof this as well. So this is now really nice and solid, a far better acoustic environment for the speaker to work in. This is the Hertz Melee Pro 6.5-inch driver. Reason why we've used this speaker is because of the cone design. It outputs a little bit more bass than other speakers, and it's going to perform really, really nicely inside that door. So moving on, we've got the actual door cards off at the moment. So the driver's side one is already done, but in essence, this is actually soundproofing. So this is one sheet of the Skinz 3mm layer. Basically, what it's allowing us to do is deaden a panel, building a far better acoustic environment for the new sound system to work in, but also it actually reduces your rattles, resonation, plus reduces your road noise as well, which is really nice. So they're the key things that soundproofing does, and it's essential to a good system. On this particular system, we've got about 55 sheets being added onto the actual install. So inside here, acoustic soundproofing from the manufacturer is basically done in the way the plastic work is designed, in terms of there's like little cutouts basically that allow, and that's what they call soundproofing. However, we take that to the next level. Inside here, you've got this foam padding, which again is in essence a manufacturer's version of soundproofing. So this actually gets retained on most installs. So this is just tabbed down basically. So this will get retained, the soundproofing sits underneath, build a far better acoustic environment for that actual door card as well, stopping rattles and resonations. As you can see from all the way around, there's clips that basically sit in and attach to the actual door card. Again, they will be taped, because that, once that's a bit looser, that actually allows that to stop resonation and things like that as well. So every single step is thought about on the process. So it's very important that soundproofing is actually done professionally while doing an install. So we've got at the moment James doing the actual install on the wiring and also on the soundproofing side of it. However, we've got Lewis working on the fabrication side, stripping the car down currently. Then we're going to be soundproofing the whole area in the boot, and then the full build of customization is going to begin. We'll be doing a full video, guys, so make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll do a full video on actually full customization, how the actual build is going to be happening and how we achieve what we do. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon.